Oh my God, you just don't get it. My then 12-year-old daughter screamed at me as she slammed her bedroom door. Hello and welcome to Talking Teens. Do you ever ask your teenager how school was and get a reply that is basically just static? Just a grunt? Or maybe a shrug? Or maybe that classic eye roll that speaks volumes? It's not in a language that you fully understand. You see them every day across the dinner table and you try to figure them out. But for the last 20 years, I've had a different view. I've seen them and hundreds just like them navigate the wilds of the classroom, the crowded hallways, the schoolyard, and the friendship dramas. A world parents rarely get a front row seat to. And honestly, sometimes the biggest mistakes we make as parents in trying to connect with our teenagers are when we are just trying to help. These are the ones that actually shut them down the fastest. What if bridging that gap suddenly starts with an understanding what teachers already know about who your teenager really is behind the classroom door? I'm your host, Narelle, and this is Talking Teens. For 20 years, I've been in the thick of it, teaching teenagers day in and day out, trying to teach them what for some is a real uphill battle, mathematics. And guess what? I'm also navigating the wonderful, wild ride of raising two teenagers of my own right now. So believe me, I get it. This podcast, Talking Teens, is where I share practical insights and maybe a few hard-won truths straight from the classroom and my own experience, specifically for parents trying to make sense of those often baffling years from 12 to 17. So, what's the motivation behind Talking Teens? It's this. Teenagers can be hilarious, witty, absolute characters, but often that is just a mask. Behind the humour, behind the bravado, there's often a swirling mix of self-doubt and insecurity. And here's the crucial bit. Our job as parents is not to train their internal voice to sound exactly like ours. It is about understanding theirs. And that's really where my teacher hat comes in handy for you all. A huge part of any teacher's job, day in and day out, is to notice the subtleties and changes in a young person. We learn to spot the slight shift in confidence, the quiet struggle that might be hiding behind a joke, or the flicker of self-doubt behind the swagger that they show the world. You develop a sort of radar for that gap between the face they let everyone see and what might really be going on inside. And it is that perspective I want to share here on Talking Teens. Practical insights gleaned from years in the classroom, aimed at helping you tune into your teenager just a little bit better and maybe understand their world from a slightly different angle. So what kinds of things will we talk about here together? Well, we'll dig into those questions teachers often wish they could explore with parents. Does your child really need that phone buzzing beside them when they're studying? How can you actually support their school journey without turning into the homework police or doing it for them? And importantly, what does your own history with school, good or bad, potentially cast a long shadow over their experience? Ultimately, it's about trying to figure out, as the great Sir Ken Robinson encouraged, how can we create the best conditions for our unique kids so they will discover their talents and truly flourish, even when they're faced with the inevitable bumps of the teenage years? We'll explore practical ways to do just that, week by week. So if you're navigating the wonderful, sometimes baffling world of parenting a 12 to 17-year-old, and you're looking for insights from someone who's been in the trenches, both in the classroom and at home, I truly hope you'll join me here again on Talking Teens. Hit the subscribe button right now so you don't miss an episode. You can also follow Talking Teens over on Instagram. I'll be sharing extra tips and quotes and maybe a few behind the scenes thoughts there. And honestly, I'd love this to be a conversation. So please leave a comment below with your own experiences, your biggest challenge, or any questions you have. And lastly, if this resonated with you, please share it with another parent who might find it helpful. That's it for our first chat. All I want you to know is when it comes to our teens, let's focus on connection over correction. They're figuring things out just like we are. I'll catch you next time on Talking Teens.